Here to show you about the muscle and bony landmarks of the elbow, hand, and wrist. And first off, we got the lateral epicondyle, the medial epicondyle. Then we got the olecranal, the radius, the ulna, the radiotuberosity, the ulnar tuberosity, MCP joint, hip, dip. Next up, we got the bicep, which is right here. The long head, its origin is the supraglenoid tubercle. The short head, the origin is on the coracoid process, and the insertion is on the radial tubercle, radial tuberosity of the radius, and its action is elbow flexion. The tricep is right here. The origin is on the infraglenoid tubercle. The lateral head is on inferior to the greater tubercle on the posterior side of the scapula, and the medial posterior is on the posterior side of the humerus. The insertion is on the olecranal process of the ulna. The action is elbow extension. Next up, we got the extensor carpal radialis brevis. It's right here. It goes to these two layers. Well, no, it's the longest. Well, no, the brevis just goes to the third. Never mind. And its origin is on the lateral epicondyle. Insertion is on the base of the third metacarpal, and its action is a wrist extension. Then you got the extensor carpal radialis longus, and it's right here. It goes to the second phalange, and its origin is on the supracondylar of the humerus, and the insertion is on the base of the second metacarpal, and the action is a wrist extension. Then we have the extensor carpal ulnaris. It goes from right here to right here. Right here to right here. Its insertion is on the medial epicondyle, and its origin is on the medial epicondyle, and its insertion is on the base of the fifth metacarpal. The flexor carpal radialis. Let's see. No. The flexor carpal ulnaris. It's right here, and it starts out right here to right here. and its origin is on the medial epicondyle, and its insertion is on the fifth metacarpal, and its action is wrist flexor. The flexile carpal radius is right here, and it goes like right here, and starts on the medial epicondyle. Its origins on the medial epicondyle. Its insertion is on the base of the second. Well, yeah. Let's see. Well, let me correct myself. I messed up the flexor carpal ulnaris. They're actually right here. And, well, right here. I messed up big time. But, yeah, I'm here to correct it right here. And, it, starts on the medial epicondyle. Well, the origin is on the medial epicondyle, and it inserts on the base of the fifth metacarpal. And flexor carpal radius is it's right here to these. Yeah. Uh, it's begins on the medial epicondyle, or origins on the medial epicondyle, and the base, well, the insertion is on the base of the second and third metacarpal, and its action is wrist flexor. The flexor carpal ulnaris and the flexor carpal radius, it's obvious they're flexors of the wrist. And the thenar immense is right here. The hypothenar immense is right here. The extensor digitorum communis is right here. Its origin is on the lateral epicondyle, and the exertion is on the extensor expansion of the word I'm looking for, the middle and distal phalanges of 2 through 5 of the fingers. And the action is the extension of the wrist, hand, and fingers. Flexor digitorum superficius. Its origin is on a flexor tendon on the medial epicondyle, and the coracoid process and the radius. The insertion is on the, well, I forgot to show you where it's at. The flexor digitorum superficius starts right here on the medial epicondyle on what's flexor tendon, which is its origin as I stated, and goes to right here. And as I stated, its origin is on the flexor tendon on the medial epicondyle, along with the medial epicondyle, the coracoid process, and the radius. And its insertion is on the sides of the middle phalanges of these 4 fingers. Well, 2 through 5. And its action is to flex the MCP and PIP. Next up, we got the flexor digitorum Protrotus, and instead of coming up to the epicondyles, the medial or lateral, it just goes to the ulna right here. Starts on the upper part of the ulna, and sort of moves in a pattern like the superficius. This doesn't start where it does, but comes here and all the way down here, and its origin is on the upper part of the ulna, and its insertion is on the distal phalanges of 2 through 5 fingers, and its action is it flexes all the joints, all 3 joints. So that's the end of the video.